The 2020 Olympic Games are go, or should we say 2021, a year later than expected, but it's finally happening. With a jam-packed schedule of track cycling events, 12 gold medals to be won, and the very first time we are seeing the MADISON in the Olympics. Today we're going to give you a run through of what nations are going to be dominating on the track and what athletes to look out for. Who is going to be winning what on the track in Tokyo? This is a harder than usual question to answer, with the last World Championships being in February 2020, just before the world shut down. It's going to be extremely hard to gauge who is going to take home the gold in the track events, as that was pretty much the last race on the track. Unlike the road racing that we have pretty much seen a full schedule of racing taking place, there has been very little happening on the track. Going into Tokyo, it is a very unknown territory. No one knows who's setting the fastest times or if we're going to see world records being broken. It's all a little bit of a guessing game and very, very different to previous games. The track cycling kicks off in the final week of the Olympic Games, starting on Monday the 2nd of August and finishing on the 8th. The track cycling events will take place at the Aizu Velodrome, just 120 kilometers from Tokyo. All races will be shown live and on demand on GCN Plus in Europe, excluding France, Monaco and Russia. There will be 12 events taking place on the track and 12 opportunities to become an Olympic champion. Let's start off with the women's team pursuit. GB dominated the men's and the women's team pursuit in both 2012 and 2016 games and will be one of the favourites going into this year's Olympic Games. They are also the world record holders in this discipline, setting a time of 4 minutes and 10 seconds in Rio Olympics. But no doubt we will see that record being broken at this Games too, but by who? We don't know. GB failed to win a World Championships between 2016 and now, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. But who else will be right on the toes of the British women team wanting that gold medal? Well, the reigning World Championships in the team pursuit USA, an incredibly strong team with Chloe Dygat, and we've already seen her in the road race and the TT this Olympics. She will be taken to the start line of the team pursuit for USA, along with Megan Jastrab, Jennifer Valente, Emma White and Lily Williams. The 2019 Team Pursuit World Champions will be in Tokyo, hoping to be on the podium. A super strong lineup with Annette Edmondson, Ashley Ann Kudinoff, Georgia Baker, Alexander Mandley and Maeve Plouffe. Other nations hoping to be in a chance of winning a medal will be Italy, Germany and New Zealand. New Zealand have been very close to breaking that world record, so expect a very fast time from them. And now on to the men. At the last World Championships, Denmark stormed to victory, taking not only the world title, but the world record too in a time of 3 minutes 44. No one could come close to them. An experienced squad who will be wanting nothing but an Olympic title in Tokyo. We can also see the Australian team and the New Zealand team fighting for the podium. But how can we look past the Italian team with a powerhouse that is Filippo Ganna? No doubt we will see him pulling some insane turns on the front, and they'll be in the mix for the gold medal too. And then there's the team of Great Britain. Again, they've won the past 3 Olympics in this event. A very different squad now and lots of young talent coming through, but they will have the experience of Ed Clancy, who was in the team at Beijing, London and Rio. This will be the very first Olympic Games where the team sprint for the women will be competed over 3 laps of the track instead of 2, which makes it equal to the men. The nations to look out for in the women's team sprint will definitely be Germany, the reigning world champions, plus China, the world record holders in this event, and also Australia. In the men's team sprint, we can also expect to see Great Britain on the podium, but the Netherlands, who will be favourites for gold as they have won the last 3 World Championships in this event. The women's current world crown in the sprint is Emma Heinz of Germany, who took the gold in the Keirin and the team sprint. This is the first Olympic Games for the 23-year-old. The bronze medalist from the 2020 Worlds, Li Weizing of Hong Kong, makes her 3rd trip to an Olympic Games, where she looks to improve on a 6th place in Rio. She was also the world champion in this discipline in 2019. For the men, Dutch riders Harrie Lavreysen and Jeffrey Hoogland have gone 1-2 in the men's sprint in the last 2 World Championships. It's the 24-year-old's first Olympic Games, while Hoogland finished 11th in the sprint in 2016 Rio. Great Britain's Jason Kenny is one to unseat as the 2-time Olympic champion in this event. One of the favourites in this year's men's Keirin will be Harrie Lavreysen of the Netherlands. The 24-year-old is the world champion in this event and will be making his Olympic debut, and no doubt hunting for a medal, probably a gold one. Defending Olympic champion Jason Kenny for Great Britain will be back and also looking to claim the gold. After Rio, Kenny went into retirement, but decided shortly after that wasn't for him, and he came back for another Games. Kenny is joint holder of the highest number of Olympic medals won by a British athlete. If he wins in Tokyo, he will be making history as the highest. Another rider to look out for in the Keirin will be Wang of Malaysia. He claimed the bronze medal in the 2020 Worlds, and if he takes the win at the Games, he will be Malaysia's first ever gold medal. How incredible would that be? Emma Heinz of Germany is the reigning world champion and a consistent performer in the Keirin, along with South Korea's Lee Hae-jing, Katie Marchant of Great Britain. But also riders to look out for are newcomers Mathilde Gross of France, Elise Andrews of New Zealand, while Katie McCulloch of Australia holds her country's hope for another medal after the unexpected retirement of Stephanie Morton after the 2020 World Championships. Umi Kajihara of Japan might be taking home a medal in the OMNIUM at her home Games. She won the last World Championships in dominant fashion, and what a win that could be. I can imagine her motivation is as high as ever to fight for that medal in the OMNIUM. Jennifer Valente of USA will be another one not willing to go down without a fight. An incredibly strong rider that has been right up there in the previous World Championships in the OMNIUM. And of course, Laura Kenny, four-time Olympic champion and defending Olympic OMNIUM champion from 2012 and 2016. A crash at the World Cup and World Championships saw her out of racing, but expect to see her looking to defend her Olympic title. Other riders to look out for are Latita Paternosca of Italy, Emily Kay of Ireland and Kirsten Wild of the Netherlands. Benjamin Thomas of France is the current world champion in the OMNIUM and looks in good form to take home a medal for France in the Games. Viviani of Italy will also be one of many defending Olympic champions in Tokyo, coming back to the track after getting a good block of racing on the road, including the Giro. He will have some hot competition in the OMNIUM. Young Matthew Walls will also be a hot on Viviani's heels for a medal after getting bronze at the last World Championships. Don't forget Jan Willem van Schip of the Netherlands, a former points race world champion and second at last year's World Championships in the OMNIUM. Expect it to be a very close race, with it coming down to the very last race in the points race. There has also been a brand new event added to track cycling in the Games this year for both the men and the women, the MADISON, a great addition to the Games and one of the most exciting races to watch on the Velodrome. Kirsten Wild and Amy Pieters of the Netherlands are back-to-back world champions in this event and will be fully focused on winning, but hot on their heels will be Italy and the team of Great Britain. Also look out for roadies De Hoore and Kopecky. Kopecky was fourth in the road race, so we know she's got very good legs. Denmark have always put in a good performance in past MADISON races and taken the win at the last year's World Champs. Other strong contenders will be New Zealand and Germany, so keep your eyes peeled for them in this event. And expect to see some very fancy tech and bikes at the Games. We've already seen GB's Hope Lotus track bikes and it'll be great to see them in action, and there will be no doubt lots more fancy tech to help the riders go faster. So that's who we think will be dominating on the track in Tokyo. Let us know your predictions in the comment section below. And remember, you can watch all the track events on GCN Plus, apart from France, Monaco and Russia.